Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our second lesson. So, in this particular session, we are going to learn about some more basics of Excel and how do you basically navigate through Excel and its workbook. So, we'll be learning about some more tips and tricks here. First of all, like we discussed, we have quick access toolbar, we have a ribbon, we have cells, columns, and rows, etc. We also learned about name box and formula box. Now let's learn how we can actually see different things on this particular Excel workbook. So here, let's start with the sheets first of all. Here, if you see, I have a sheet that is known as basics, then sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4. So how did I name it? So to rename any sheet, you simply need to right click on that sheet name and then click on rename. Whenever you click on rename, it will give you the cursor and you can start with writing whatever sheet name you want to write. So let's say I want to just write here Excel 1. I've just written my sheet name as Excel 1. Similarly, if you go on to the second sheet or third sheet, you again right click and you'll see some more options over here. Now, what are different types of options? So we have insert, we have delete. So if you click on delete, it will obviously delete this sheet. Then if you want to rename, like we saw, we can rename it. We can move or we can copy that particular sheet as well. So suppose I want to click on move. Now, where do I want to move that particular sheet? So I want to move selected sheet to any of these. So if I want to move it, let's say move to the end, I'll click on move to end and it will get shifted to the end of the sheets list that we have. Similarly, if I again right click on it, I have the other option. So if you are doing coding over here, you can click on view code and it will show you the code. You can protect that sheet as well. So if I click on protect sheet, you will have to put a password for any protected sheet. So let's say my password for this sheet is 12345 and you can select what all you want to protect. If you want to select it, you want to select the locked cells, you want to select unlocked cells, formats of every cell or the columns or rows. So you can basically select whatever you want to protect. And once you have selected that, you just press on OK, re-enter the password. So my password was 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'll click OK. And now my sheet is protected. Whenever I want to go to this sheet, any unauthorized person cannot just directly see the sheet. They'll have to put the password over there. So that's how you password protect your sheet. So I think these were some things about the sheet itself. You can also change the color of the particular sheet that you have. So suppose I want to, obviously, first thing I want to rename a sheet for their specific functions. And along with that, I want to color code them. So if I want to color code them, I can just simply give a color to my sheets. So over here, the sheet 3 is red. Then let's go for sheet 4 as green. Similarly for Excel, we can give some other color. So likewise, you can start adding and deleting the color, whatever you want to give to that particular sheet. So that's how you can go about different sheets in particular Excel. So I hope this much is clear. Now there is something more to the sheets. So when I right click again, you will see some more options like hiding a sheet. So for example, if I want to hide a particular sheet from anyone to see it, one is to protect it. That is when you ask the user to enter the password. But there can be other options wherein you just want to hide the sheet. You don't want anyone to see the sheet itself. So you'll just click on hide and you will not see the hidden sheet over here. To see the hidden sheet, you can go to view and then there are other options through which you'll be seeing the hidden sheets that we'll be discussing later on in our session. Now, moving back, if I go back and I want to select all the sheets, what does select all sheets do? So if I click on select all sheets, it will select all the 3 sheets that are there. Now, anything that I do in my main sheet will also replicate on the other sheets. So for example, if I'm writing here, Excel basics. Okay. I wrote Excel basics. I gave it certain color. Suppose I want to give a color to this particular cell. I want to fill it. I want to change the text color to something. I want to bold, italic, whatever I'm doing to my one sheet, it will also be replicated in the same manner to other sheets as well. So if you go to basics, you will again see the same thing. Sheet 4 already has it and Excel 1 also will have the same thing written on it. So that's how you can do similar types of templates. You can create similar types of templates if you want to, represent multiple sheets in the same manner. You can just select all sheets instead of copy pasting. You can simply select, create a template in one, and then you can follow up for the rest of it. So it is just, it's a good way and an easier way of doing things in a very segregated manner. And you also do not have to do rework. All right. So this is one of the basic steps that we need to know about it. Now that we know about the sheets, the next thing that we need to know about is the formula bar. Now, as you can see here, formula bar shows us what is written on that particular cell. So if there is any formula, it will show the formula. If there is a text, it will show the text. But what if the text and the formula are big? So for that, you can just click on this arrow right here and you can just expand the formula bar. So whatever is your formula or a text or a paragraph you have written there, you can see the entire thing on this particular space as well. Okay, so this is one more thing. Now, moving back to our ribbon. So suppose my ribbon has multiple tabs like we discussed in the last video. It has home, insert, page layout, formulas, data, review, view. So there are multiple tabs that are present. If I just double click on any of the tab, the entire ribbon will be gone. So I get wider space to work on my sheet. All right. So if I just tap it back, I can again see my ribbon. So what was the shortcut? Just double tap on any of the tabs and you will see the entire ribbon getting hidden. And if you tap it back again, double time, 2 times, and then again you can see the entire ribbon on the screen. So that you can, if you want to do something else over here, you can do it. So that's how your basic navigation works when it comes to sheets, when it comes to the formula bar and the ribbon. Now let's learn about a little bit more into the navigation part. So like I said, and in the last video, we learned about rows and columns. Let's also see what entire row and column do we talk about. So for example, if I click on any of this box, any of these cells like we discussed, we can only select one cell. What if I want to give same type of formatting to the entire column? For that, I can simply click on this cell name. So whatever column heading we have, you can just simply click on the column heading and the entire column will get selected. So if I want to color code it, I can color the entire column over here. If I want to add some borders to it, I can definitely add the borders just by using the column heading. Similarly, you can do the same thing with the row as well. So you just click on row heading, any of the row heading, the entire row gets selected. And then you can simply put in the color or whatever type of, formatting you want to do, you can do it. So this way you can select an entire cell, entire row and a column. Now, there are two different types of scroll bars in Excel. So one is horizontal scroll bar, another one is vertical scroll bar. Horizontal scroll bar is the one that you see over here. So this is your horizontal scroll bar. You can just click on this arrow and you will keep on going to the right hand side. Similarly, if you want to come back, you can directly just scroll it back or you can use the left arrow key. Similarly, you have a vertical scroll bar, which will help you scroll from top to bottom or bottom to top. So again, you have the scroll bar over here like you see, but also you can click on this arrow if you want to go really, below to your cells and below to your columns. You can just simply either use the scroll bar like this, or you can use the top and the bottom arrows to just navigate through it. And there are certain shortcut keyboard keys as well that we'll be discussing in our next coming videos. So stay tuned, of course. But yeah, these were some steps that we need to know about it. Now, moving back to the cells. Suppose I click on any of the box over here that only selects one cell. So that is called a cell, and that is what it shows in the name box as well. But what if I select multiple cells? Selecting multiple cells is called the range. Okay. So if you select multiple range, you will see on the name box, it shows 15R cross 5C. That means from 15, so those many cells are being selected. So that is what it starts showing you. And when you leave it, it will show you the first cell that is being selected in the entire range, that is D10. Okay. So we'll do it once again. So if I select the entire, a number of cells, multiple cells together, so you will see that it will show me the entire range If we keep selecting, it will start showing me the range. And if you just leave it, then it will show me the first selected cell or the main cell, that is the active cell in your cell range. So this is what a range of cells means. So I hope some of the ideas are clear to you, some of the basics are clear to you, and stay tuned. We'll be learning more about Excel and its navigations and its basics. And in the next video, we are going to learn more.